Am I the asshole for refusing to take her 22 female banana bread? I, 24 male, was at my company cafeteria when I saw someone 22 female who also goes to my gym. I started talking to her, just a friendly conversation because I was bored. I didn't know she also worked at our company, but we decided to have small talk at lunch and go our separate ways. I actually wanted a buddy to talk to for lunch. I started seeing her every day and it was nice to have a friendly conversation and talk to people at our cafeteria. There's honestly no one who goes there, and sitting alone while eating makes me depressed.
You are bitch made.
The next day, I went back to my cubicle when I saw her standing there with banana bread. Now, she does not work in the same department as me, but on a different floor of our building. I'm not sure how she found my cubicle number, but I'm guessing she searched through every floor since there's only 5 floors. She told me she made banana bread for me and wanted me to try it. I said I didn't really want to. I don't like banana bread. She insisted that it took her hours to make and she wanted to share it in lunch and try a little. I said no thanks. Then she got angry and said I was an asshole and left my cubicle. Did I do something wrong for saying no to her bread?
Firstly, this guy's a little bitch. When I'm eating in the dining room or wherever you're at workplace, I don't want people coming over to me. I don't feel depressed. I'm quite happy. I get depressed when people come over to me and start interrupting me. I'm sitting there yamming my food, watching UFC, and someone comes over. So you're already a dickhead for that. But you are an arsehole because if somebody goes out their way to make you food, you got to think about the processes that go through that. Someone was sitting at home and they thought of you and they were like, I'm going to make them this dish and I'm going to give it to them. Now, you don't have to like it. I'm a fussy eater. I don't like banana bread either. But if some girl came up to me and said, I made this for you, I'm accepting it. That's the courteous thing to do. That's the polite thing to do. You don't go, no, I don't want it. What planet do you live on? Do you not know how to read the room? Do you not know how to deal with women? Even if a guy did this to me, I'd be like, thank you, bro. That is a really, really kind gesture. Even if I don't like it, I'll just take it home and bin it. I'm not even bin it. It's food. I'll give it to someone else to eat. I'm not going to, in their face, go, no, I don't want it. And then she says, oh, please take it. No, I don't want it. You got to think about the emotions that somebody went through. For me, cooking is a big deal. If people cook for me, that's an easy way to win me over. And then you basically like, nah, I don't want it. Of course she's not going to talk to you. Of course you're an arsehole. Yeah, this guy's 100% an arsehole. Anyone that does that is an arsehole.
Finished?
Punch this guy in his face.
Personally, I don't see him as the asshole in this situation. Throughout life, I've learned that just because you want to be a nice person and do things for people, you can't always expect that to, like, them to respond in a certain way, because the world's just not cut out like that. And you can't get annoyed at people. So she has decided to take it upon herself without discussing it with him to make this banana bread. He does not need to eat it just because she took it upon herself to make it. That was her decision. Granted, she was trying to do something nice, but okay, for example, if you don't like mushrooms and someone comes at you and said, I've made you a mushroom pasta, eat it. And you be like, but I don't like mushrooms. Why are you going to force yourself to eat a mushroom pasta when you don't like mushrooms? I don't particularly like tomatoes very much. If someone come up to me and said, I've bought you a tomato, eat it. I spent hours driving to this farm to pick this tomato for you. No, I don't like tomatoes. Why am I going to force myself to eat something because you took it upon yourself without discussing with me to do that?
It's called a surprise.
Furthermore, before you continue, for example, let's say somebody took it upon themselves. Let's say you took it upon yourself to buy me a handbag without discussing it with me first, without even knowing if I like this style handbag, and you say, wear this out tonight. No, I'm not going to wear it out tonight because I don't like this handbag. It's not my style. I don't like it. Why am I going to wear it? Because you decided you wanted to buy this for me. No one's obliged to give you anything in life. And if you took it upon yourself to spend hours making this bread, that's on you. That's not his problem. And he shouldn't have to force himself to eat something because you decided to do something off your own accord.
First of all, a handbag and food do not go hand in hand.
It's being forced to do something you don't want to do.
I reject that example because
I don't.
Food, by going out and buying something for somebody is very, very different to making something for somebody. And he didn't have to eat it in the moment. He could have said,
was very expensive.
Again, they're not in the same ballpark as far as I'm concerned. If you gave me some food and you said, because you know I'm not doing great right now, and I came over and I was feeling a little bit unwell, and you went out of your way to make some food for me, and it's stuff that I didn't like, I'd say thank you so much, Seb. I can't wait to get home and eat this. You know, I've just eaten dinner, but can you pack it out for me? I'll take it home.
Okay.
I'm not gonna stand there after I've just seen you, just gotten in and seen you cook for me, knowing that you finished work. You've gone through the motions of, oh, I'm thinking of Mike and he's not doing too well right now. Let me make him something, and then get to your house and be like, no, I don't want it because I don't like it. Are you an idiot? How old are you? Just say I've eaten. I'll take it home, and that's it. No one's feelings are hurt.
Let me give you my pushback to that. Let's say you did that to be polite. Yeah, you took this banana bread home, and now she thinks, Michael likes banana bread. I'm going to keep making it for him. And she keeps going out of her way, spending hours making something for you that you don't like and you know you're not going to eat, spending her money on it for something that you don't like and you're not going to eat, just because you're too afraid to say, I don't personally like banana bread. Whatever happened to being honest?
Who's afraid?
You're saying he's an arsehole for being honest and saying he doesn't like it, whereas if he accepted it, she might keep doing it, and she's wasting her time and money on something that's not being eaten because he wasn't honest, because he was trying to be polite.
Again, like, you're somebody that knows how to deal with people, so I shouldn't have to explain this to you. If you made me something and I didn't like it, I would take it home with me, and then when I next saw you, I would say to you, you would say to me, how was the banana bread? I'd be like, this is, I really, really appreciate it. I wasn't a huge fan of it. However, I would really like it if you could make me this. Because he said that he likes this girl, and he likes sitting in the cubicle with her, so he wants to build a rapport with her. So by building a rapport, just doesn't
want to be lonely for lunch, it seemed to me. But anyway,
all right. But either way, he wants someone there, and so you don't have to crush someone's goodwill and say I don't want it. There are several ways to go about it. Doesn't matter.
All right.
The gesture of serving somebody is a big deal.
Yeah. Okay. So what about if I don't eat pork?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about if this person's come up to me and said, I've made this really nice chorizo or bacon sandwich, I spent hours making it, slow cooking it. Am I expected to eat that even though I don't eat pork?
Yeah, what I just said.
You're saying take it home, and then I'm going to take it home and say, oh, by the way, I don't eat pork. I may as well just told you to your face.
No, if you don't eat pork, right? Muslims don't eat pork as well, right?
Yeah, I'm not Muslim though.
As well. Muslims don't eat pork as well, right? So if it's something that you don't eat, like it's something that is...
I don't eat pork, nothing to do with religion. I just don't eat pork because I don't like it.
Okay, no, that's fine. But if I walked up to you and said, I got you this, and you said, you could say, that's really, really nice of you to do that, but I don't eat pork.
And he doesn't eat banana bread.
Yeah, I don't want it. Oh, that's really nice of you to do that for me. Maybe we can go and get something together.
How do we know he didn't say it like that?
That's what he wrote.
No, he just said, I don't want it.
Yeah, I don't want it, Sabi.
So
do you know what? Some people are stupid. That's the problem.
Excuse me, are you calling me stupid?
If that's how you talk to somebody that's done a nice gesture to you, you've got to be dumb on some level.
I said I didn't really want to. I don't like banana bread. She insisted that it took her hours to make. And I said, no, thanks. That was a very polite exchange, if you ask me.
No.
I don't really want to. I don't like banana bread. That's me being honest. I really don't want to eat this. I don't eat banana bread. She insisted, no, thank you. Thank you for the offer, but I'm all right, thanks.
No, that's not how you deal with people that have made food for you.
Listen, have to be honest.
Let me explain something to you.
Policy.
Let me explain something to you.
You're being a people pleaser right now.
No, I'm not.
You are.
If you know how to speak to people, then you understand you don't go about it that way. You can, but don't be surprised when they turn around and be like, yeah, Sabi's a bit of a dick.
That's an asshole move. I think taking it home and lying and then throwing it at them after is just the same amount of damage. You're just letting them down in a different way.
No, because for me, the thought is very important. The thought that somebody went home and got over the cooker and thought of me
was her choice
to make me something. I'm like, okay, cool. She's made me something that I don't want to eat. The taste of banana bread repulses me. But because she thought of me, I'm going to skirt this by turning this into a positive. And say to her, she said in there, I wanted him to try it now for lunch. And you could say, listen, that is a really, really sweet gesture. And we can go and get lunch together. But I really don't like banana bread. However, I would really like it if you could make me something else to eat. And maybe I can
start asking people to make you things.
Well, listen, I would.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'd say, look, you made me some banana bread. No, I don't want it to go to waste. It's a really sweet gesture. I am interested to taste your cooking. Could you maybe make me something else? Or can I make you something in return for thinking of me.
Then I'll say, why did you take this banana bread if you knew you wasn't going to eat it?
No, I'm saying this in this scenario where she's saying I want to share it at lunchtime. You can be upfront with her in the moment and say, I'm not going to have it, but here's the caveat to that. Not just, I don't want it. No thanks. Bye. Go fuck yourself.
Can I say
I'll
something?
throw the banana bread in your face.
I'll be honest with you, yeah. I understand your point of where you're coming from. And I, to a certain extent, agree, because I am the sort of person that would probably just be polite and act like I enjoyed it, even though really I didn't. However, I don't think he's an arsehole for what he did. That's my point. Is I disagree with the fact that she got angry at him for not wanting to take something that she took upon herself to do. So I'm just trying to let you know that I do understand your point, but I do think that he's not an arsehole.
I'm reading it how he said it, and how he said it would make him an arsehole.
Nah.
I can ask you several questions, and if you give me blunt responses and you're not able to read the room and understand the process that went into this, and you give me a blunt response, I'm going to think you're an imbecile.
I'm actually very surprised that you've taken this stance. I thought you would have been on his side.
Why? Why would I be on his side?
Because you can't get mad at someone when you've done something without consenting them first anyway.
It's Sabi, it's someone making you food.
So what?
Okay, they're not saying, hey, I bought you 2 tickets to Ibiza. It's a bit different. Someone went home and prepared you food. Like when I got here, right? Sabi prepared me some pasta.
Prepared you something that you don't like.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. Sabi made me pasta, or you gave me the pasta.
Did you not like it? Is that what you're
No, I did.
say?
I ate the whole thing. But what I'm saying is that if I came in and I didn't want to eat the pasta,
I wouldn't have been offended because you didn't ask for it.
I would have said, that's really sweet of you, Sab. I really appreciate that. But this particular pasta, I don't really eat it. And
I would have been fine with that. I would have respected your honesty, so I know for next time.
Yeah, but she didn't. So what I'm saying is that you have to read who you're talking to.
Nah.
That's how you deal with people on a case-by-case basis. Clearly not. How can you not infer sensitivity when you act like that towards someone?
Because he's not an arsehole for not wanting to eat something that he does not like. If someone came up to me and said, Sabi, I've made you some salmon. I put a lot of love into this. I can't eat that salmon. I don't like salmon. I can't
but you don't say it like that, do you?
No, you say, I don't really like salmon. No thanks.
That's
which is
how
what
you say
he
it.
said. But that's what he said.
Is that how you would say it?
Well,
give it to me how you would say it. You know, you can say the same thing in 2 different ways.
I'd make it into joke. I'd be like, oh my God, that's so sweet. I really don't eat salmon. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but I really don't eat salmon.
Do you know how insincere that looks?
No, not like I'm not in the scenario, Michael, but you can make it into a joke. I can't.
Why?
You'd make it into a joke.
No, it's just, listen.
Like a polite, not a joke, but you'd be polite with your encounter, like stressing a bit, like, oh my God, I feel so bad. Like, I'm really sorry, but I know you put a lot into it, but I really don't eat salmon. Let me make it up to you.
Let me just give a word of advice to men specifically. Do not behave like this idiot in the Reddit post.
I'm over it.
Towards a woman that has cooked you something to eat. There are 10 different ways to go about it.
Nah.
And this guy chose the one reality where it was wrong.
And guys, just remember, honesty is the best policy and you shouldn't lie or you get spots on your tongue.
Honesty is the best policy, but when you're honest with certain girls, they will literally tear you limb from limb.
So
you don't have to lie,
problem.
But you don't have to come out so blunt with it.
Yeah, don't be blunt, but there was nothing to insinuate this guy was blunt. He said, I don't really eat banana bread. No thanks.
Okay, well, do what he did. If you're lucky enough to have a woman in your workplace want to make you food and that's how you respond, let me know. Comment in the comment section. Let me know how it goes for you. Imbecile, that's what I call you. Dummies, all of you. I'm done.
I'm not impressed with you tonight.
No?
No, not at all.
Why is that?
Because you're basically slating down women, saying, all women are sensitive and they're all going to complain because you should be polite and lie to them. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm not.
Yes, it is.
I'm saying it's not wise for a man to do that.
Oh, boo-hoo, get the fucking violins out.
I'm going to buy you one. You love saying that.
What, a violin? I would love to have a violin and be able to play it every time someone whinges about some bullshit. That's the definition of being too sensitive, of just being honest with people. Like, what are we living in? You can't just say to someone, no, thank you, I don't eat this type of food.
Aren't you a sensitive person?
Oh, do you know what? I am, but not
Doesn't
to that
Like
extent.
it.
I think I'm becoming less and less sensitive.
I think so. How can you be a sensitive person and say, "Oh, violin, sensitive people"?
Yeah,
You are that person.
it's
You are the
dramatic.
violin.
It's dramatic. She called him an arsehole because he didn't want to eat something that she took upon herself to make, and she made a product that he didn't even like. Maybe spend a bit more time getting to know him and know what he likes and doesn't like before you spend hours cooking something and then forcing it upon someone.
Well, you guys let us know what you think in the comment section below. If you agree with Sabi, you know what I think of you. But feel free to say whatever you want. No, far be it from me to gaslight you and to taking my side.
That is proper gaslighting.
I'm just taking a page out of your book, but we'll leave it there.
Valley Ken, I'm counting on you.
Nah, get the fuck out of here. Stay out of my comment section.